Let's bring in Mark Meadows, former White House Chief of Staff and a senior partner at CPI. Mark, good to spend time with you this afternoon. So Markwayne Mullin is one of the Senate's own. You would think that he would have bipartisan support and maybe be able to bring an end to this DHS shutdown. But Democrats seem so invested in keeping DHS closed down, and it doesn't really matter who's the nominee.
Well, John, they are very invested, mainly because they're playing to their constituency, and a lot of that constituency is up in arms over ICE and some of the roundup that we've seen. But listen, Markwayne did a great job today in the hearing, and even if you watch the hearing in its totality, you know there will be some headlines about the friction, perhaps, between Chairman Paul and himself. But I can tell you, just the whole demeanor. His demeanor, the demeanor even of the Democrats, would mean for, I think, a very quick confirmation for Senator Mullin. And yet, what we do see is this real loggerhead jam of really funding for DHS at a critical time. Sandra and the lead-in on her topic there was talking about the threat to our homeland. Well, John, you and I know we are very familiar with the games that get played on Capitol Hill. This is not a game that they should be playing right now with the lives of Americans at stake, with the real threats that are happening daily.
Yeah, we'll be talking more about that dust-up between Senator Paul and Senator Mullin. Rand Paul's got his annual Festivus list of grievances. It looks like he wanted to continue that today because he's had that one on his mind for a long time, I think. So the fallout from the DHS shutdown in terms of air travel in this country continues to bedevil travelers, and it's having a real impact on TSA employees themselves. Listen to what Caroline Levitt said.
This is the third time TSA agents have been impacted by a shutdown over the last 6 months because of Democrats on Capitol Hill. It's just despicable. President Trump has been clear since day one. Fund the Department of Homeland Security. Stop playing partisan politics with the American people's paychecks.
You know, the overwhelming majority of TSA agents are making a valiant effort to come in and work without getting a paycheck. But, you know, some of them are saying, we got to have the money coming in. I'm sure that they're living paycheck to paycheck. They make a very modest income. And so a lot of them are calling out maybe to take second jobs.
Well, I've had a number of conversations with TSA agents across the East, in D.C. and airports that I fly out. And let me just tell you, they're the adults in the room. You know, it is time that we get our act together and get this passed. I can tell you, I said the other night, and I mean it, make sure that these members of Congress have to get in line with all the other travelers. They'll find religion very quickly, John, because I can tell you, the American people are tired of Congress not doing their job. And regardless of the partisan rhetoric that you hear, this is a simple vote that should have happened. Democrats have voted four times to not fund it. I think the fifth time, hopefully, it'll be the charm. Maybe Secretary Mullin will be able to give some appeasement to those on the left to get beyond and get this thing done.
No, maybe he will. It doesn't seem to at the moment. The White House is in negotiation with the Democrats on funding DHS. Homan sent a letter to Senators Collins and Britt about it. This is just a quick list of what they're talking about. Expand the use of body cameras by DHS with the exception of undercover operations. Limit civil immigration enforcement activities at sensitive locations. Congressional oversight of DHS detention facilities. Visible officer ID with the exception of undercover officers. And adhere to existing practice of not deporting or detaining U.S. citizens. I mean, there's a little bit in there for the Democrats. That sound reasonable to you?
Yeah, there's some in there for the Democrats, but I can tell you part of that identification process, let me just be clear to the American people. The reason why that we have to be so careful is because the radical left are doxing these men and women that are working with ICE and others. They're putting their lives at risk. And so we need to make sure that we do all we can to make the law enforcement mechanism powerful and good while respecting the civil liberties of everybody else. But listen, we're getting closer. We're not there yet. The White House has been very reasonable. So we'll get her done soon.
Yeah, and as we saw yesterday from an operation in February, some of these activists interfering with the apprehension of child sex offenders. So we'll see if they can get something done. Mark, thank you for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thank you, John. Take care.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.